Hi everyone, Matthew here at AAWeatherWatch, taking a look at the weather through the course of the coming weekend, Saturday the 23rd and Sunday the 24th of September. And satellite imagery is quite active at the moment. Fortunately, the weekend's weather is generally mixed, but not a washout by any means. Again, satellite imagery is showing quite an active period of weather across the North Atlantic, but doesn't really represent what the weather will be for the weekend, which isn't too bad. We do have one region of cloud moving northeast across the country at the moment. That has brought morning rain, but through the rest of Friday it is an improving scenario with increasingly broken cloud, allowing for some drier and brighter, if not sunnier conditions to develop through the afternoon as well. So an improvement here. Clearly within the North Atlantic, this curl of cloud in association with a deep area of low pressure. This low pressure will, however, spin away to the north and northwest of the country, essentially within this direction here through the course of the coming weekend, and as a result that means it does stay away from Ireland. The weather front associated with the low pressure will, however, move eastwards towards the end of Saturday and overnight into Sunday, but then generally moving to the east of the country to allow for some decent weather on Sunday. So quite changeable, but not a washout by any means. Just taking a quick look at latest rainfall radar and satellite imaging, you can see those outbreaks of rain moving north and east now, beginning to pull away from the country, again clearing away to the north and east in the coming hours. Following on behind, as you can see on satellite imagery, cloud is beginning to break from the west and southwest, and essentially that does mean through the rest of Friday an improving scenario, many areas becoming predominantly dry, and again with brighter sunny spells and pleasant enough through the course of the afternoon and into the evening. So let's move on and take a look at the forecast charts now to put the details onto the forecast. Through the rest of Friday, again, there's the area of low pressure centred just to the north and northwest of the country, clearing away, and as you can see, through towards the middle of the afternoon and then into the evening, the wet weather clears, and by the time we get to Friday evening, a very pleasant evening, brighter sunny spells before sunset, and all areas dry. This dry theme then continues into the overnight period, not as cold as recent nights, given an increasingly moderate or fresh south or southwesterly wind. So through into the start of the weekend, and many areas are predominantly dry. Perhaps some brighter sunny spells to start with across parts of the north and east, but otherwise it will become increasingly cloudy through the morning, and then eventually with some outbreaks of rain developing across far western areas towards the end of the morning and into the afternoon. So through the course of Saturday it is essentially a day of two halves. The further west you are in particular, then conditions will become increasingly cloudy, windy and wet, and this is the weather chart for the end of the afternoon around about 6 o'clock on Saturday evening. So again you can see a distinct east and west split in the weather. The further west you are, becoming cloudy, wet and windy. However, the further north and east you are, then dry weather with some brighter sunny spells will prevail for much of the day, but as ever, note the close proximity of these black lines, the isobars, indicating a pretty windy day too. So we move through into Saturday night, and those outbreaks of increasingly light and patchy rain progress eastwards through the overnight period. So we start Sunday morning pretty damp and cloudy, perhaps with patchy rain and drizzle across parts of the north and east. However, watch what happens through the day. Those patchy rain and drizzle clear away, and through the afternoon and into the evening a very pleasant afternoon is forecast. Yeah, a few scattered showers can't be ruled out across some parts of the west, but otherwise again the rain pulls away just far enough to the east to allow for much of the country to have a very pleasant afternoon on Sunday. Mainly dry, isolated showers, and pleasantly warm too, especially compared with of late. Temperatures near, if not a little bit above average, and again pleasant enough in some spells of late September sunshine. So not a bad day at all on Sunday. So let's take a look at those temperatures now overnight and through into the weekend. Minimums now tonight 6-7 as an absolute minimum, but otherwise 8 to 11 or 12 degrees. Highest though across the far south and southwest. Through into Saturday, and temperatures a little bit higher than of late, as you can see, highs somewhere in the region around about 15 to 18 degrees Celsius, always highest across parts of the north and east, given more sunshine here, feeling somewhat cooler further west obviously as the wet and windy conditions arrive. A particularly mild night is forecast on Saturday night into Sunday, minimum temperatures probably no lower than 12 or 13 degrees or so. Through into Sunday, and it will overall be another pleasant day. Temperatures perhaps not just as high as Saturday, but otherwise highs of 15, 16 degrees in some sunshine through the afternoon, certainly feeling pleasant enough for late September. So let's summarise all that in our weekend weather summary. Through into Saturday, yes, it will be a dry start, but cloud will increase from the west, bringing outbreaks of wind and rain across western areas through the day. However, the further east you are, then it will likely remain predominantly dry for much of the day, but albeit coming quite cloudy, and it will be mild, if not actually locally warm too. Through into Sunday, an early rain across northern and eastern areas will pull away, and then through the rest of the day, a very pleasant day, pleasant enough for the time of year. Mainly dry weather developing with some brighter sunny spells, mild and again, if not pleasantly warm, in the late September sunshine through the course of the afternoon. So clearly not a bad weekend. Yes, some rain at times, but otherwise not too bad at all for now, the late September period. So thanks very much for tuning in. I hope you have a great day, and obviously enjoy the sunshine this weekend when it arrives.